Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Teleislas News, the most important news of the day. All teachers must be vaccinated by July 15. This was stated by the Minister of Health in order to guarantee a safe return to classes.
According to the communication from the Health Ministry, starting this week, the country begins a new stage of opening and economic reactivation, and the return to classroom after more than 1 year of virtual education will be one of the biggest challenges.
On July 15th, our teachers in the country must be vaccinated by July 15. There is no excuse or apology for not having safe entrance to classrooms.
According to the Minister of Health, it is time to return to activities as long as the population is vaccinated. As of the people who do not want to be vaccinated, the Minister said,
The decision not to take the vaccine once the person has been offered to get vaccinated is not going to be an excuse, as the resolution says, for not being able to go back to work or to go back to school. So this is important, and from the point of view of the biosecurity protocols and our responsibility as health authority, the message we are sending to the country is clear. The vaccination is essential for the reactivation of these sectors.
As previously announced, the health portfolio delivers last week 358,125 vaccines for the immunization of teachers, administrative staff, and principals. With this number, the goal of vaccinating 100% of teachers will be achieved. In this sense, Resolution 777 of 2021, which will come into force this week, established the measure through which teachers, children, and other members of the educational sector will be able to return to classes safely. The Resolution 777 of 2021 also established that teacher, principal, administrative, and support staff should avoid face-to-face collective meeting with families and the caregivers as much as possible. Likewise, they should avoid crowds at the entrance and exit of the institution for the purchase or distribution of food, as well as stagger meals and rest times, favoring outdoor spaces or spaces with adequate ventilation. The head of the health portfolio reiterated that responsibility and self-care are the fundamental component of the Resolution 777. Therefore, it is the responsibility of the parents and the educational sector to reinforce pedagogy and guidance to children to promote the safe use of face masks in early educational services and educational establishments.
And for the return to school, it is important to provide security to parents that their children can attend without major risk of contagion. This is why the Health Secretariat is prioritizing this group within the vaccination labs.
The Health Secretariat indicated that more than 190 educators have been vaccinated and that they are waiting for a new batch of vaccines to arrive in order to continue with this process. Gina Manuel, an official of the portfolio, explained what it is all about.
We received vaccination last week for teachers and educators, such as the ones that take care of children from the Benestar, and we received also vaccination for the militaries, and also receive vaccination for a second dose. Some of the vaccine, because we don't receive all as yet, as what assigned in the last resolution that we received. So we are waiting on more vaccines to come to continue apply to teachers and to the educative other people from Benestar, and also to continue in other groups of the population that are assigned by the Ministry of Health.
The official also indicated that they are waiting for more vaccines to immunize educators.
At this time, we have 198 those apply in that group of teachers and educators. We are waiting for the rest of vaccines, and we also have assigned the amount of those that they send for the militaries.
From the Health Secretariat, the importance of the community to apply the second dose is highlighted, since only one dose does not achieve the immunization against COVID-19, taking into account that 13,630 doses of the first doses have been administered and 4,549 of the second dose have been applied.
A week before the start of the vaccination of teachers in the department, Teleislas News managed to speak to them about the progress of this vaccination plan in the island. and what will be the outcome for their institutions once they have been immunized.
May 27, the vaccination of teachers began in the department, a strategy that seeks to help with the return to in-person attendance and avoid outbreaks in the institutions. We spoke with several rectors and teachers of the island to know their perception about the vaccination plan of educators.
Realmente es súper importante.
It is really very important for the community in general that all teachers are vaccinated as soon as possible, because it allows us to work much more in peace, providing security to students and parents. 73% of the teachers have been vaccinated, and those that are not vaccinated as yet is because the vaccination was suspended this week, and we are waiting for it to return so that those that are missing can be vaccinated.
The vaccination is important, but remember, the best vaccination is your take care of yourself. 25 teachers, right now 23 of us don't get the first dose, and just 2 of them will come late and they never get to get in the program, but them also they're in the process to this vaccination program.
Well, I believe that is a very important step and measurement that the government is taking with the teachers and all the different employees from our institution. We know that we are about to bring back the students to the classrooms, and with the vaccination we'll be more sure, we will have more tranquility about the maybe avoiding to get any infect and to infect our students. So I have about 46 teachers and 9 employees between administratives and servicios generales.
The teachers agreed that they expect that after the mid-year vacations, all teachers in their schools will be immunized in order to work safely during the alternating method schedule.
And after the passage of Hurricane Iota, the military forces made a great deployment of capabilities in different areas, and they have received their vaccine.
After the opening of Stage 3 of the National Vaccination Plan and in coordination with the Ministry of Health and Social Protection, the men and women of the military forces are receiving their immunization against the virus in different regions of Colombia. And now is the turn of those who have played an important role in the reconstruction work.
Nos encontramos en el archipiélago de San Andrés y Providencia.
We are in the archipelago of San Andres and Old Providence carrying out the vaccination of military forces, personnel of the National Army, Navy, and Air Force in order to guarantee the vaccination of our troops. With this session, we hope to vaccinate a total of 1,146 men in order to guarantee their safety so that they can continue with the reconstruction work of the archipelago and prevent the spread of COVID-19.
The process of application of first doses was carried out at the facilities of the Naval BS No. 4 in San Andres and Naval Outpost No. 21 in Old Providence, where 1,146 men of the Colombian Navy, the National Army, and the Air Force received the vaccine under the premise of protecting themselves against the virus.
In other news, the Secretary of Social Development, Carlos Fontalvo, announced that they are seeking to identify all the homeless people in order to know their needs and prioritize their quality of life through different agreements and initiatives.
Lisa and Adi TV viewers, I say hello from here from the town of the island because we talked to the Secretary of Social Development who told us about a project, a request that he made to the Office of Registration and also to the OCRE to solve out all the situation of the people who are living in the street, to know who are them and to solve what they are going to do with them. This is what the Secretary told us.
We made a request to the Office of Circulation and Resident with the profiling of all homeless people to see who are in an irregular situation. We have been working alongside some foundations of Barranquilla, Cartagena, and Bogota, so that those people who are in an irregular situation in the department can be transferred to their city of origin, taking into account everything contained in the protocols of human rights and seeking the resocialization of these people.
The head of the Social Development Office likewise informs about the projects that he has for the homeless who are from the island.
In the same way, we are waiting for the signing of an agreement in which we want to give a solution to this problem, which by guidelines of the governor is a priority, and is that the residents and Rizal people have a place for psychological and psychiatric care.
Keep attentive to the development of this news and know what is the answer of these institutions to help all the people them who are living in the street right now in our department. This is all the information. Continue, Lisa, in studio.
And the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development of the Corporation for the Sustainable Development, Coralina, they are working together on an important project to revitalize the Old Point Regional Natural Park and other ecotourism attractions of the archipelago through more responsible travel experiences with nature.
According to the director of the Corporation for the Sustainable Development of the Archipelago, Arne Britton, this project seeks to make the Old Point Natural Park an ecotourism space where the attributes of the park are made visible and promoted.
The Old Point National Park is a potential. We have it like a protected area, declared a regional natural park. But this is a potential we can give to the ecotourism. Is a services that we can add to the characteristic that the Old Point have with mangroves and different fauna and flora ecosystem associated to the area.
Resources will be invested to extend the park's trail, and entrepreneurs will be invited to actively participate in this tourism as a site. Britton also said that the municipality of Old Providence is being considered with the objective of strengthening a diving project there to protect the corals.
We have working coming on what we call seed plant coral and transplant coral in a different priority sites that we don't prioritize in Providence. And the idea is to the tourists that come can see those activities, and that can form part of the package for ecotourism.
The idea is still to sell this practice as a green business.
And let's get to know other facts that are making news in our brief news sections of today.
The local government carried out the 11th day of awareness of no use of marketing of plastic bags in commercial establishments on the island. In the sector of St. Louis, 75 reusable bags were distributed, and also invited residents and visitors to reduce the consumption of plastic. So far in 2021, the departmental administration has delivered a total of 3,740 ecological bags. The Secretariat of Finance initiated activities of control and surveillance of commercial establishments in order to verify the legality of the products and prevent smuggling. The day was carried out in the pedestrian sector, where different mini markets were visited, where they found products offered with their respective seals such as beer, cigarettes, and other liquors with the expiration date and in good condition according to the regulations. The National Police of the Archipelago Department, through its Prevention and Citizen Education Group, carried out activities to promote and disseminate the 155 hotlines for women victims of violence, with the aim of encouraging citizen reporting and the care route in cases such as these, through door-to-door visits and talks to women by uniformed officers seeking to reduce this crime.